All right, everyone, and we are back for episode 2 of Twin Mirror, starting right now.
Hello? Checkout was at 9. Sir, we need the room.
No, stay out.
You have 10 minutes before we charge you for another day.
Okay. What kind of monsters have a checkout at 9? What happened last night? Oh, my head. Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea. Did I black out or what? I can't think straight. I need some water on my face. Clear it up. Late for checkout. They can wait a bit more.
Well, not if you don't want to get charged. Also, is 9 a.m. that uncommon? I feel like most places I've been out... Well, you know, why are we going to argue about it? Why is it so bright outside? Damn you, Basswood. This is as fast as he goes right now.
Oh, my head. How many of these did I take? God, what a headache. I feel like a small jackhammer in my left temple.
Not fashionable currently stinks of cigarette smoke and beer.
Just tossed on the floor. My mother would be proud. Didn't even get under the covers. Glad I even made it to the bed.
Depending on the quality of the motel, it's not necessarily the worst idea to sleep on top of the covers, I'd say. So, no, I'm just going to say, normally you'd never want to even open this. Like, don't even open it. Don't even open something with an honor bar. You can get charged for some wild stuff, but...
Please let there be water. Is that... No, that's not water. That is vodka, the opposite of water. No more beer. I need water.
Some of them have, like, this doesn't look like one of the places, but some of them will have, like, pressure sensors.
No food. I'll just throw it all up.
And if you even move an object in there,
of course,
you get charged. Like, you pick something up to look at it, you get charged. Word of the wise.
At least it won't take me long to get my things.
Most of the places that I've ever been do warn you about that, but if you're coming in from a long trip and you're tired and you're rifling through and finding, like, your payment, it's easy to overlook.
I was at least hoping I'd look better than I feel. I already feel more human. Now, where did I put my shirt?
Reflects a face that looks like a stranger.
I was at least hoping I'd look better than I feel. That's not good. That's... Where did I get this? What did I do?
We should have ended episode 1 on this. Such a better cliffhanger. But you're still wearing your pants though, sir, right? Okay. I'm gonna begin pressing forward as though I have control of this. I assume I go through this? Okay.
Sam, be more careful. Breathe. Focus.
Like, I aimed for that. I may make mistakes, but I thought to myself, oh, I'll just run through this gate. The speed gate, checkpoint. I don't know what the green one does. And see, I don't want to experiment with what the green one does. Steady yourself. Well, that's great advice. Mystical portal. This is fine. I can definitely see what I'm doing. So, okay.
Find the way to calm down.
So, okay, maybe I will try touching a green one, because most of these are blue. Let me try touching this green one. No, I'm gonna fail this. It's not really a quick time event,
focus.
is it?
You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
Okay, so the one that said steady yourself, maybe that's the one I'm supposed to go through. Like, these rules might be obvious to Sam, but to me, sir, it's the first time I've been inside your mind. Well, I'm sorry. The second day that I've been inside your mind. Okay, steady yourself. Let's do it. Was that wrong then? No, because things have changed. Prison, you're a murderer. Give in. Jail time, death row, solitary, hurt, death. Wow, 4 guilties. Take control. Ugh, get it. There is a how to play section. I just haven't looked at it because I figure that the game will, you know, clue me in when there's something that I need to know. This is fine. Focus.
You're doing good. Really good. You're almost there.
I'm gonna go straight ahead. If possible, we will then check left and right.
Focus. Choose. Act. Deliberately. Hide. It's never happened. Going on. If I run, I'll keep running. I need to face what happened. Answers. Get far away. Don't think. Just go.
Wait.
Far, as fast as I can.
Wait, that one is for running. So wait, what was this one? Because I thought this one was run. Middle is hide. What's this one again?
If I run, I'll keep running. I need to face what happened. Answers.
Okay. Let me just double check. But this one seems like the try to find answers one. It's a little bit vague.
Hide. It's never happened. Going on.
I'm gonna go for this one. I think this is the try to find answers, and that is what Sam is allegedly good at.
Yes, answers. Good or bad, I need answers.
We want to be honest, and we want to find the truth. Not that we're going to turn ourselves into the cops, but we got to seek the truth.
I know what you're thinking. Stop thinking that. Pills and alcohol? You're lucky enough you didn't wake up dead.
I need to know what happened last night. The last place I remember is the bar, so I'll start there.
The squeaky nail gets hammered down. Maybe don't play lone wolf detective.
There's too many questions about last night. All the obvious answers are bad, but worth knowing.
Not all answers are worth knowing.
I can't just run from whatever this is. So either help me or get out of my head.
It's your life, Sam. I just live here.
Yeah, we want to try to keep the episodes to about an hour each, and the last one ran to 90 minutes, but that would have been an awesome ending for episode 1. It's the benefit and the pitfall of playing a game that I know so little about. I didn't know that being implicated in a new crime, if one has occurred...
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Do you really think breaking and entering is a good idea?
Used Ethan's hidden spare key, no breaking involved.
I don't know if he'll see it that way.
I could wait for the bar to open, or I could look for answers. I picked the latter.
Okay, so we're in the back room of the bar. Ethan's the bartender. Stops most casual theft attempts.
Ethan and his parents. And I'm guessing that's his sister. He always thought they'd run the bar together.
And then... Alright, let's check our journal. People. Joan. Joan is in that awkward phase when she's a kid, a teenager, and an adult at the same time. Grief isn't helping matters. She feels like there's no one in her corner. I admit that packing up... This is Sam. I admit that packing up and leaving town would make perfect sense, but I can't, not now, not until I get to the bottom of this. Also, like, I'm just saying, you either turn yourself in and say, I've done nothing wrong, but I found this blood on my shirt, or you get to the bottom of it yourself. But if you leave, like, it just seems like you're just going to get arrested in a different state. Kathy and Joan's relationship seems fraught with tension. Oops. Go up. There we go. What's that adage about happy families all being the same? While the miserable ones are miserable in their own way, it sure didn't take long for Ethan's family to develop their own brand of unhappiness. But we're not privy to whatever that unhappiness is. Take. Do I want to take this?
I remember seeing this before. A long time ago.
Okay, well, now I'm curious. There was a big celebration at the Coal Miners' Haven the day Ethan took over. He'd worked there as many years as a bartender, and now he owned it. It was a classic American success story, not often seen in Basswood. Man achieves modest dream through hard work. The bar was packed that night. The whole of Basswood came out to celebrate. Everybody except Celeste, Ethan's little sister. She never showed. Ethan waited for her all night. He planned to share some of that grog with her. It was hardly champagne, but it was the first bottle he bought as the new owner. He saved it for just the two of them. But it was still there on the shelf the next morning, unopened. Christina from the cafe said that she saw Ethan and Celeste have a fight the next day. They used to be 2 peas in a pod as children, she said, shaking her head. Isn't it strange you never got to meet Celeste in all the years you were a regular at the Miners' Haven? It looks like Ethan has kept the bottle after all these years, perhaps to remember the proudest day of his life, or maybe he's waiting for a time when him and his sister will laugh and celebrate together again. I would have said when he and his sister. That's... I don't know if I'm right or not. I'm more likely to be wrong. The only successful business in town.
I doubt Ethan's account somehow led to the blood on my shirt.
No, but we're going to look at absolutely everything. Ethan's records. Better not touch them if I want to keep my hand. Why? Are they bear-trapped, Ethan's records? You gotta read his files, you'll pull back a stump. Mostly untouched, low demand for it yesterday. I guess at a wake I can imagine everybody. I personally would have rathered the soda, personally. Beer kegs, you know the taste all too well. Not used effectively given the smell. And then this would be out, but obviously we don't want to go out. So we're going to go into the main part of the bar, I assume. This should be about behind the bar, I would think. A to open. If you're thinking on stream this is very dark, it is very dark, that back room. But Sam isn't...
What happened here last night? First, look around, figure out what happened.
Sam isn't likely to turn on a lot of lights when he's snooping. Boy, the lighting in this game really is nice. Spilled glasses.
I ended up drinking alone. So who brought that second glass?
Okay, we're collecting clues that are going into our mind factory. Alcohol bottles. Not sure which of these bottles was the mistake. Probably the first one. We've got a baseball bat. Possibly risky to linger. Cash register looks intact. Hope all drinks were paid for, mine included. What numbers, if any, are on there? Just 3,200? Yeah. Looks like a startup screen. Ethan tried to clean up before or after the incident. I should probably really focus in on the turned over table and the dark stains next to it. Sticky floor. Dried alcohol could be from spills or a broken bottle.
These were sent scattering. Someone thrown into them?
Here's sort of what I'm thinking. If this stuff wasn't cleaned up last night and there's no police tape around, that indicates to me that Ethan's planning to come back early this morning and get things cleaned up, so we don't have a lot of time.
Ripped. Did this happen yesterday, or was it always like that?
Damaged seat. I'm really gonna take your word for that seat being damaged. I don't see it being in better or worse condition than any other seat. Wait, what does this one say? Warning. Forget the dog, beware of owner. Broken bottle. I'm trying to wire it. Severely damaged. Requires a strong impact.
It might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last night.
It wasn't Sam. He talked down the... It speaks well of Sam's innocence that he's talked, you know, just stood... He just didn't engage with the miners that were mad at him, former miners. Jukebox was moved slightly. Connected to the fight? Could have been jostled. Can I play it? Sure. Does this game have a full... Hold on, does it really have a good Pac-Man? Well, it's got a credible Pac-Man. I'll say that. I'm not going to play very much Pac-Man. Oh, he tricked me by turning. Whoa, okay. Can I quit game?
And being chased by ghosts.
I am not even kidding. I'm actually really impressed that there's like a quasi-functional Pac-Man. Who knows how long it goes? Maybe he finishes like the firstborn and is like, that's enough.
Ugh. Did I do this? Sorry, Nick.
Okay, we can't get into the restroom. Given the sign about please try to vomit towards the toilet at least, I do feel like I would want to check that out. So there's the mop, associates only. Can't go back there to see what's what. I'm feeling like we might want to open up our mind factory and start manufacturing clues. Oh shit. Is it just me? Like, did we all just hear, like, a key go into a lock and a door open? Stats. No choice. Okay. Figure out what happened. I had a panic attack earlier in the hotel room. Was it dehydration, grief, the shock of being back in Basswood? Finding blood on my shirt didn't help. Something happened last night, but I still can't remember anything. I've always been able to trust my own memories, my own mind. It can't let me down now. I just have to retrace my steps and piece together what happened. So what am I missing? It doesn't feel like I can advance until I find all of the clues. I swear I just heard, like, a key go into a lock. See, I can't interact with sticky floor. And just try to interact with these things from, like, a different angle. Oh, yeah, broken clock.
What knocked this clock off the pillar?
It seems there was a fight. It could explain the blood on my shirt. Does it mean that I was involved? I won't be able to find out without more evidence.
Has Sam checked his own, like, knuckles? We saw him with his shirt off. I didn't see any signs of, like, bruising on his body. And no offense to Sam, but he doesn't seem like the sort of person who's going to get out of a bar fight without somebody landing a blow. You know, he's not Viggo Mortensen over here. I swear to God I couldn't look at this before.
Definitely not the wake Nick would have wished for.
We can look at beer.
What a mess. Hope this wasn't me.
Hugh's business card. Hugh Kirkland, pharmacist. Basswood Pharmacy. Drink plenty of water, great for headache.
Hugh's business card. Wonder why it's here.
Ethan, try to keep clean up. No. I'm just going to go up one side and down the other, just to make sure that I'm not overlooking anything that might be visible behind the bar. We know about the baseball bat, the alcohol bottles, cash register. Just making sure, like, none of these have, like, press buttons to interact. Because I would like to collect what we're here to collect and then be on our way. I spent a lot of time looking down, so I'm also going to angle up a little bit. Then again, the broken clock was all the way on the floor. Okay, I don't see anything else in this area at all. Arcade machine still only has play. Jukebox... Oh, Joel's cap. I didn't see this before.
Joel's hat. Maybe we ended up having it out after all.
Joel. I remember Dennis. Oh, Joel was the miner. Right. Yeah, the guy who I just thought was a rando who knew Sam based on reputation, maybe a picture next to his byline. Boy, I'm bad at finding clues. I don't feel like I should have to canvass this room this many times to find it. That dark red stain, we don't get anything else out of that. Okay, I've searched the main dining area. Broken bottle.
It might have fallen off the table.
Yep.
Seems some people got rowdy last night.
Anything else? Anything else? Again, lots of time looking at the floor. I am a little self-conscious about the fact that this has taken me a long time. We've looked at mess. We found the business card. This is not actually a reflective surface, although it looks like it would be. And... is there anything around... This feels like it's probably very dark on stream, the area around this pool table. I'm going to change my mind. I would turn on the lights if I felt like there was access to a switch. And I've actually been doggedly not walking around on top of the board, the memory board. Okay. I am absolutely stumped. Super stumped on what I haven't seen. And the problem with that is there's been more than one occasion now where I've been walking around in an area where I... Oh, inspect? Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay, so let's look at blood.
Could be the same blood that was on my shirt. The pot was completely shattered. Looked like it might have been kicked. The flowers are ruined. Looks like they were knocked over, then stepped on.
DG. Dennis's initials. Was he involved in whatever happened?
Okay.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Our headgear has turned from
I think I've
orange
seen enough to put together the pieces of what happened last night.
to blue.
Just gotta think it through.
Okay. Right bumper to go into the Mine Palace.
At least I can always count on this place to make sense. Now to work out what happened while I was blacked out last night. I just need to think it through logically, throw out impossibilities. Until only the truth is left. I know I got into a fight, but it could have played out in many different ways.
I have to think it through. Find out what really happened.
Answer the question to start forming a hypothesis. Well, I do see the big blue circle on the ground, but I just want to take a quick look around. And sometimes the controller vibrates, which is interesting, but I don't see any reason for it to have done so right there. Okay, I feel like we should just go over to the blue circle. I was thinking that maybe there'd be multiple options, and maybe there will be. But this is where I started the
My memory
night.
ends here. But there's 2 glasses. Who was here with me? I was drinking on my own, and someone approached me. I can't remember who it was, but I know we got into a fight. Obviously. If I figure out how the fight went, I should figure out who my assailant was.
See, I was going to think that, remember all the junk that was over here? Maybe it was swept here, but I was thinking that it was geographically closest to where we started. Instead, let's... So, it could have gone towards the pillar or towards the entrance. There were a bunch of, like... Look at where the table is knocked down. It's knocked down from this direction over there. So I feel like towards the entrance must be the correct answer.
Broken glass, damaged seat. It's possible the fight made its way over here.
And then towards the pillar. Oh. Okay,
Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. A person thrown into the pillar would do it. Broken glass, damaged seat. It's possible the fight made its way over here.
Oh, is he saying that that would have, like, knocked the chair out of position rather than just damaging it slightly?
Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. A person thrown into the pillar would do it.
Yeah. Answer all the questions to form a hypothesis. Well, that could have knocked this table down in this direction. I really wasn't thinking about it from this way. And then over here, I would think. So, I'm just not sure how to progress from this point.
Broken glass, damaged seat. It's possible the fight made its way over here. Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. A person thrown into the pillar would do it.
Okay, I did not see the where did it end option. Okay, so this is where we select where it went from here. The jukebox was moved slightly. The stage was completely knocked apart.
Looks like not even the memorial board was spared by the brawl. That could be it, but I still have to figure out who was sitting next to me.
Well, we only have to narrow it down to people who don't like Sam. Dennis. Okay. So it could be Dennis, Hugh, or Joel with the cap. Well, Joel was already spoiling for a fight, and we know that he was still in the bar.
Joel's cap. Maybe he provoked me again after I'd had a few?
But Joel's cap was already all the way over at the jukebox, though. What? Did we find any evidence here? We found some blood.
The jukebox is not in the same place. Maybe it was involved in the fight somehow.
But then, I mean, this place got wrecked over here. And there's blood over here. Yeah, I don't know what knocked the jukebox out of place, but this doesn't make sense to me, the jukebox right now.
Looks like not even the memorial board was spared by the brawl. That's Dennis's. I definitely wanted to shut him up last night.
And so, was it Dennis's bracelet that we found over here? I think it was. I think that's where we found Dennis's bracelet. So, yeah, punched him into the thing. Here's what I think.
I have the complete picture now.
You know, the man who talks to himself has an idiot for an audience.
Fuck off, Dennis.
I see why you have so many friends left in town.
Yeah, you would know about that.
At least my best friend never slept with my ex. Who do you blame more, huh? The backstabbing asshole or the bitch who...
Don't talk about Anna or Nick that way.
You think you know who Nick was? Mr. Perfect? Give me a break. You have no idea. No one in this town does.
What are you talking about?
I'll show you. But not here.
Sam.
Meet me later at
Sam.
Ethan is coming back in through the front. At least I think it's him. You think it's him? I can't actually tell if you can't tell. What I know for sure is if it's Ethan, he may not be happy to find you here. So I strongly suggest you leave. And if you don't, well, tell him you're here to apologize about last night. You trashed up. I don't have time to lose explaining myself to Ethan.
It's not crashed. I'm just waiting for it to continue. I didn't see any reason to be acting more. We haven't turned ourselves into the cops. To be found breaking and entering, it doesn't matter what he says, we did break in. Here, even if we talk our way past Ethan, if a larger crime has been committed, Ethan is going to report to the cops that we were lurking around inside the bar. It's only going to make us look worse. So we get out of there not having left...
I come back on the town's Miners' Day celebration. Well, you always did have great timing. No time to dwell on that. Focus. You tried Dennis's cell phone. No answer. So what now? There's that coffee date with Anna.
Anna might have to wait. I want to see if anyone has seen Dennis first. I don't know, I'll play it by ear.
Just remember she's expecting you. She's extending the olive branch. Don't drop it.
I still have time before meeting Anna. Might as well ask if anyone saw Dennis.
This is an interesting parking job. Okay. I guess just leave your car wherever. It's a small town. No one else needs to use this little parking space. Let's look at our journal. I got into a drunken fight with Dennis last night. He made some insinuations against Anna and Nick, especially Nick. Challenged me to follow him somewhere. I'd better find Dennis and put the puzzle pieces back together. It's likely someone in town can tell me where he is. Dennis behaved like a total jerk last night, slagging off both Nick and Anna to me. How badly did I hurt him? Did you hurt him at all? Based on our previous journal entries, that guy's kind of a jerk under the best of circumstances. Hey, Joan. Mark Twain quote, good to see the younger generations open to classics. Of all things I've lost, I miss my mind the most.
Now doesn't seem like the best time to bother her.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna talk to her, though.
Hey, Bug. What are you doing out here?
Hey, Muley. Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy. Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah. I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. Any word on my dad? Did you really look into it?
I haven't found anything yet. I don't think.
Let me know if you find anything. Please. I feel like I need something. It's just this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom. I don't like school.
I'm pressing
except
B.
for science. And just when I imagine myself in the future, I just don't. I don't know. I don't see this place or these people. I'm somewhere else. Anywhere else. I know it's stupid, just...
It's not stupid. If you want, you can go anywhere in the world. Have adventures, fall in love. I mean, that's what I've been told anyway.
Gross. Okay, well that other stuff sounds okay, though. Thanks for listening.
I got grown-up stuff I gotta do.
I've got kid stuff I gotta see about. So we're both busy.
It's tough seeing her like this. Seems she got older by 6 years in just 2.
I pressed B so many times and it wasn't reacting at first. Oh, this is Anna's father, right? Yeah, since he lost his legs, that's when they didn't know how negligent the mine was being.
A statue honoring miners. Pretty meaningless now. Losing his legs seemed like the end of him, but he bounced back. Man, he's a rock.
Joe,
Sam? You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday. Boys give you trouble?
They might have given me a bit of a welcome back.
After the mine closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
So, how have you been holding up?
Terribly. But Anna keeps me young. How'd you ever let her get away?
You probably know better than me.
I heard all about it. Still, I always liked you. Straight shooters are a rare breed these days. I like a man that can look me in the eye and say what he means.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I can just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man's sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
I noticed you weren't at the bar last night.
Went home after the service. Being crippled takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations, pay my respects to old iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and it'll be one after I die. It's good to get out and celebrate your roots every now and then.
I don't have the same perspective on Miners' Day that other people have.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
I have places I need to be, but it's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best. Joe has no idea where Dennis went. Someone must have seen him after the fight.
Another little detail I'm tucking away with the intent of remembering it later. Dennis is a hockey fan. You know, when might that come up? Not sure, but it could. 20,000 men that marched through the Boone County to reach Blair Mountain in 1921, where they fought for what we have now. Nothing worth having is not worth fighting for. Oh, it's just a zoom in on that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man. Of course you can ask. No promise answering.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best for today. Especially the miner. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
I would have said 1, because West Virginians are the salt of the earth and they can get anything done. They don't need help from anybody. So let's go with 2.
2. One to hold the light bulb, the other to rotate the planet.
Not bad. The one I have in store is 3. 1 to replace the light bulb, 2 to complain about how the old one was better.
Do you ever find yourself like that? Mourning the past?
Sometimes. But I ain't like folks around here. I made my peace. The mine's not coming back. Don't mean we let our statues turn to rust. So, you still want to hear the story?
I'm all ears.
This fella here is a reminder of when coal miners stood together. You see, back 100 years ago, you'd be safer in the trenches than down in the mines. It didn't sit right with our boys. They demanded better conditions. Of course, the corporations, being what they are, refused and sent strikebreakers.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force, Union men. Met the strikebreakers over in Logan County.
That's right. 10,000 strong. And it all came to a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity. Brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now.
Unions. Worth fighting for.
I'm guessing you're fond of that story, huh? A lot of respect for rednecks.
Well, things were tough, but we were a united community back then. Anyway, I'll get back to it. Gonna give her a real spit shine. You take care now.
Got a different plaque here. Basswood Mine opened 1975, closed 2015, paid for by the donations of William Jackson, Walter Dotson. Oh, right, yeah, Walter. Okay. Hugh Kirkland, Robert Paulson. His name was Robert Paulson. Vivica Winnicott, Richard Greenlee, Ethan Morrow, John Brooks, and Nick Waldron. Wait, was I supposed to, like, hold on. Take note that, yeah, look.
This is new. Domations. Now that's the Basswood I remember. Drowned 6 men. Basswood's mining started with an accident. Fitting.
Coal River Mine opened 1854, closed in 1861 after the flood drowned 6 men. West Shadow Mine opened 1866, closed 1892. Top producer in Boone County for 5 years. Deep Rock Mine opened 1890, closed 1926. Stripweather Mine opened 1915, closed 1920. Smoky Hole Mine operated 1928, closed 1976. I don't think I can go talk to those.
No luck so far, but I should keep digging around.
Okay.
Someone must have seen Dennis.
So we talked to Joan, talked to the old man, talked to Joe. Hey, I can't go over there. Lady, have you seen Dennis? No. Newspaper dispenser.
I don't imagine Walter had obituaries in mind when he became editor-in-chief.
Ooh, the
Remember
Gossip
when
Club.
This whole celebration used to be twice as big.
Back when this town wasn't just a dead horse we all keep kicking.
Why do we even bother with this old place?
Feels like a ghost town sometimes. Except ghosts bother leaving.
Somehow, I don't think the town's recent history will be included. Fine with me.
Have you ever wondered how Basswood got its name and went from a small mining camp to the heart that modernized Boone County?
It's a lesson too late for the learning. Made of
Now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you? Dear, please, could you help an old doddering woman?
You are many things, but not doddering. Plotting, maybe.
Sam, you shouldn't say such things, even if they're true.
Hold on, let's mine Palisade first. I do not recognize that board game. Maybe we'll learn more about it. What was it called? Question Master.
Okay, Muley. for 2 points. What is the name of the pink pony on the animated cartoon show Prancers? The super cool one I was telling you about the other day? You know, my favorite?
Polly. Polly Pony?
No, that's her sister. She's totally different.
Then what is her name?
I'm not telling. What if the card comes up again?
You really like to win, huh, Bug?
All right, coffee for you and hot chocolate for the young... Is that a comic about monsters?
It's about Tardigrade Man. He can survive almost anything. His only weakness is his own emotions. He's based on the microscopic tardigrades. It has 8 legs and can survive star radiation.
Huh. Well, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing a young woman should be reading.
She says she's gonna be an entomologist. What can you do?
I am going to be an entomologist. I'm going to study every bug, especially the crawlies. But tardigrade isn't a bug. It's a microanimal.
Well, good for you. Sounds like just what a young woman like you should be reading.
So, can we play this again tomorrow, maybe?
We can play as often as you want.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Pinky swear? If you break those, you go to hell.
I don't think you're supposed to be using that language.
You can't break this. No matter what.
You're real intense for a kid, you know that?
Say it!
I won't break the pinky swear, no matter what.
Thank you so much. You're always such a dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise,
I
but...
wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths.
Yeah, well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Ah, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her up. Poor child only has Kathy now, and, well, far from me to criticize or anything, but these last few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean. Well, hopefully this tragedy will be a wake-up call for her to be more present. She should take a few weeks off to be with Joan. I know you would never refuse. Don't you agree?
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure if poor Kathy would only ask him for the time... Ah, but look at me. I talk and talk and talk, but you had something to say, didn't you?
Have you seen Dennis today?
Dennis? No, it's odd, actually. He usually stops in here Sunday mornings. Like how you and Nick used to come over from the paper with Anna every Friday. The 3 always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
It's been... Well, you know cruise control? I've been on cruise control.
You might miss it once it's gone. Life rarely lets you coast for long. You look well.
I've been better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go.
I have a feeling that Christina prescribes coffee for all manner of problems. I really like this place. And honestly, I like her. Like, I wanted to hear her out because I don't want Sam to just be, like, talking over people. Like, among other things, the more alarmed and in a rush he appears to be to others, the more likely they're going to be to find him suspicious and to want to put together pieces later on. If anything even happened, let's open up the possibility that he has a lot of blood on his shirt from some damn other thing. I'll tell you this much. The fight that he had with Dennis does not account for the amount of blood on that shirt. Yep, we got that. And now we've got some people. So just quick thought. Previous episode, when we had the flashback to Nick and Anna being at the arcade machine, if they have a fully animated and rigged version of Anna that's younger with the barrettes in her hair, why not use that one in that scene? So strange. Let's go down here. Why do I see so much of myself in that kid? Questioning, relentless, lonely. I wish I could prove it to her that she's wrong about everything. Her dad, Basswood, her life being a dead end, if only. Wow, I really thought that the board game was going to be a memento of her. And here's Joe. Joe is Anna's father and a former miner. It was Joe's accident that led me to write about the mines, and yet he doesn't hold a grudge for that, or for letting his daughter down. Part of me likes to believe he sees me as a good man. The other part knows the contempt is just hidden deep. Go down. Christina owns Cafe Americano just across the street from my old office. Anna, Nick, and I used to be regulars. Christina knows everyone in town. She's the gossip hub of Basswood. Serves great coffee with a laughter that can be heard all the way across Basswood. At least it was like that in the olden days. Christina was genuinely too kind to me. A sentimental old woman might be the only person in Basswood who doesn't hate me. I think these two are having a chat. Buttermilk biscuits, those sound delicious. Was a good way to start the day with a cup of coffee. I really like this place.
Christina is Basswood's resident godmother. She loves her small talk.
I'd be coming here for breakfast and lunch every single day, I think. Christina channeling her Italian heritage, and then the Sicilian flag. I was wondering what that pin was that she has there. I just don't recognize it. It's a Sicilian flag. Flag of the biggest island in the Mediterranean.
Not very inspired.
Have a sinearly good day.
Well, that's not spelled right. Not even close.
My soul is like your coffee. It's black naturally, but with enough milk, almost drinkable.
That's a good one.
Hey man, thought I knew everyone, but I don't know you.
I used to be a regular a few years ago.
Oh right, you're one of those who skipped town when the mine closed down.
You could say that, yes.
Town ain't changed much since then. Same old boring Basswood. I know most people hate that, but I don't. It's quiet here. It's nice.
So quiet there's no rush hour, I guess.
Right?
Oh, wow. Zach. Oh, my good old friend Zach. Probably a high school dropout, but he seems content in Basswood. Also, by the way, when Christina said life rarely lets you coast for long, oh man, don't I know it. Using graphs and data tables, efficient. Okay, I don't know that there's anything else to do in here, although I might see if we can maybe grab a coffee or something for the road.
Cost. Right, so the overhead would
You seem
be,
real engrossed.
Oh, I'm sorry, hun. Just balancing the books. Or trying to.
How you doing? You managed to keep the books balanced?
About as well balanced as a snake with 4 balls.
That sounds uncomfortable, at the very least.
Something my grandfather used to say. Still don't know what it means, but it works in almost any situation. Anyway, the past is the past. I just accepted a big business opportunity, which makes tidying up my books in time extra important, even if it kills me.
I didn't think I'd see the day where you'd consider a franchise contract.
Ha! Only the day God calls for me. Have you met Hugh Kirkland already? The new pharmacist. He's helping me with a few improvements. Angel investing. Can you believe it?
I actually can't. What did he ask for in return?
Oh dear, I can't believe you're so cynical at your age. People in small towns do help each other, every now and again. That's not just something that happens on made-for-TV movies.
You still have Basswood's best coffee?
honey, you know we've never had that. That's over at the police station. Bess takes her coffee very seriously. Puts mine to shame. She pays out of pocket for real high-end stuff. I'd never make the margins work. Not that my margins have been cutting it lately. It's just been a bit slow the last few years. All over town, really.
The town is not going to bounce back.
Sounds like the town's running through a pretty rough patch.
Things have just been a bit tough since the mine closed. But you know us. We always make it through. For example, I thought we'd never have another Miners' Day. But here we are.
It feels strange being back here. I don't think I've been in your cafe in a while.
Almost 2.5 years. Anna kept coming in. But you stopped.
You noticed that?
I could tell you 2 dears weren't gonna make it. It broke my heart.
Well, sounds like you knew before I did.
Gotta have one eye on the customer and one eye on the books. Not that I really want to keep an eye on the books, mind you. Say, hun, would you mind if I finish this?
Oh yeah, of course. Good luck with your book balancing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take a look. Now she's struggling financially like everybody else in Basswood. I feel like a lot of things are pointing back through or around Hugh the pharmacist. Unlike Christina, not empty. Oh. The shelf is empty, which is unlike Christina, and then it notes not empty by choice. I don't really know what that second part means. Oh, plant. Yes, please. Looks healthy, probably watered recently. Has a copy of The Last Man by Mary Shelley. Definitely left by Anna.
Glad to see Joan hasn't changed too much.
I've lost a book by the title of The Grinding Gears. It's the 6th book in the Tardigrade Man series. If found, please leave with Christina. She will let me know. Thank you. With 3 exclamation points, signed J. Oh, I want to read some of the other stuff as well, but it's intentionally too blurry. Guitar lessons.
I need to? Different priorities, I guess. Christina, always bringing positivity.
Get ready to cupcake. Look at this flyer. This is really nice. Bring your most creative ideas and delicious decorations. The winner gets 3 dozen. Gets 3. Hi. The winner gets 3 free dozen cupcakes. That's a little weird. Inspire us with your cupcake dreams. The cupcake contest is back. Miners' Day is back.
Miners' Day's been around forever. This is at least the 100th celebration.
Special thanks to Walter, Bess, and Hugh Kirkland. Hugh, again. New in town. Throwing around cash.
Cowboy must have lost his keys.
This has Declan on it, doesn't it? Now, wait a second. If I didn't read that, was it not going to update the journal? Because I've been I've been reading all of these. Okay, so new plan. I'm gonna like click read on all of these then. Because I'm not trying to overlook anything. I was just reading them in the world. Shoot. Now I'm wondering what else I didn't get. Go over. Cowboy must have lost his keys. A cowboy keychain with Declan's name on it? Cops in Basswood don't go for subtle. You think Declan chose his career path by watching old westerns? Maybe he sees Basswood as his own personal Wild West. My best armchair psychology says that this was a gift from his fellow officers, or maybe even his boss, Sheriff Mitchell. There's something to be said for that simple conflict between good and evil. Black hat versus white hat. At least Declan knows which side he's on. See, I don't know Declan very well, so Declan may have convictions on which side he's on. He might believe very strongly I'm not sure that I'm willing to just take it as an article of faith. Okay, so we're gonna head back out here with A to open. Yeah, trying to like pick up little details here, but I'm just seeing Hugh's name come up on a lot of different places for somebody who I don't think was in town 2 years ago when Sam first left. And this is almost exactly an hour, so what we're going to do is call it here, and we'll see you again for episode 3 of our investigations in Twin Mirror very shortly.